that anyone thought that a party system that's embedded in a browser, where you can't even properly party up, is a good idea is beyond me. Why would they think that? The way that, I tried to play with some friends on the Battlefield 3 beta, and what we had to do is download Origin, launch a game in Origin, go into the browser, then make a party there, then click a million times on launch game, and it still doesn't work. That's actually a very common problem that computer games have, that they don't have a good party system. Because the only good party system that I've ever come across on PC is on Modern Warfare 2, where, you just invite people to your party and then you search for a game, everyone gets put in the same lobby, etc., etc. But every other, like Black Ops for instance, it doesn't have a bad party system. You just get into you go in the server, and if you want to play with friends, they can join the same server and they can swap team, but it's quite difficult to get the gaming, to the same experience as if you had a proper party, etc. And the other thing that I've played is Counter-Strike, but only private, and that didn't have a party system either. And if you just play on console, you don't know how much good the party system does to if you play with friends, because you don't have to worry about, which server you're in, and have to tell your friends, join this server, are you on the same team? No, damn it, no spots available on the same team, etc., etc. And it's just, it's infuriating that it's so difficult to join up in the same party on PC. What I noticed most prominently in the way that people played Battlefield 3 beta was that they were sitting behind cover or proning in cover and not moving. And, that kind of game or that kind of play style is promoted in Battlefield 3 because there's so many different ways that you can camp behind stuff and wait for people to walk in front of you. And especially with 16 people, if you're facing 16 people on the enemy team, you're pretty likely, it's pretty likely that someone will run across your sights eventually. And every time you get killed in Battlefield 3 in the beta, you would see a guy's head proning in a bush, proning on the ground kilometers away from the actual at the actual objective, or sitting behind some rocks, not moving. And it's just, how can people play like that? If I sit in a corner, for 3 or 4 seconds and wait for someone to come at me because I know they're there, that's fine. But if I sit somewhere stationary for, I don't know, half a minute or something, I get bored instantly and want to move on and go and find people and get some action into the game. So it seems crazy to me that you would choose to stay stationary and aim at particular places and try to find people like that. And in other games, in Call of Duty for instance, in Call of Duty, especially in Modern Warfare 2, there's also a lot of sitting waiting, because the guns are so lethal, and if you run out of cover and you get spotted, it's very likely that you'll die. And especially snipers encourage camping a lot. And for some reason, people seem to think that it's a good idea to use sniper rifles in Modern Warfare 2. I think it's something to do with quick scoping. I don't know. But especially on PC, snipers are incredibly deadly if they're stationary and they have a lot of cover, because they can kill you in one shot. And it's not very hard to aim. But if you have an assault rifle and you're not behind cover, your first few shots are going to miss, and then the guy is shot, or it's going to take a few seconds for you to kill the guy because you need 3 builds, whereas the sniper needs 1. And then the other thing that promotes camping is incredibly large kill streak rewards. This isn't part of Battlefield 3, but especially in Modern Warfare 2, you'd get that kill streak reward and would turn the game around. If I can't do anything if there's 2 Harriers in the sky and there's can you have 2 Harriers? No. There's a Harrier helicopter and an AC-130 in the sky. What can you do as some guy trying to play the objective? There's nothing you can do. And in Domination, you're not supposed to be sitting in a corner shooting people. You're supposed to be trying to capture the objectives. but people still sit in the damn corner and try to get their kills and get their kill streak rewards. The biggest problem that PC games have at the moment is that for some reason the developers of games think that on the PC we want to play 100 versus 100 games, and that's somehow fun. And Battlefield 3 wasn't, in the Battlefield 3 beta, it wasn't so noticeable because the maps are so large, but, you know, in Black Ops especially, 9 versus 9 Nuketown? Come on. 6 versus 6 Nuketown is already where there's just people everywhere, and if you walk out here, there's going to be you're going to walk into 3 guys, and because the guns aren't as lethal in Black Ops, there's no way you'll mow down all 3 because it just takes too much time and they'll notice you. Yeah, and if you put as many players as there on PC, that just makes that problem be more prominent all the time, and I don't know. It seems crazy to me that anyone wants to play that many, with that many people. And I bring out that point again. When in Modern Warfare 2, where we could choose whether or not we play a 6 versus 6 or 9 versus 9, people on the PC chose to play 6 versus 6. Ground War is still more popular than some of the Domination. Now, I don't know if it's more popular than Domination, but it's definitely more popular than Demolition and Sabotage and those game types. But Team Deathmatch and Mercenary Team Deathmatch and Domination, all 6 versus 6, were the most played thing on PC. Why can't developers look at that and think, oh wait, PC people also want to play 6 versus 6. Let's give it to them. It just beats me. The Battlefield 3 beta has very similar problems, or in my eyes problems, that some previous Call of Duty title have had.